Hi all. This reading is for May the 15th, 2019. This is another pretty late in the day lunar pool, but we have the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck to start us out. I think we're talking about lessons in handling our money, securing our money, managing our money, lessons in what we want to dedicate it to, invested in, or if not money, then our time, our energy, lessons in where we want to put that time and energy. Feels like that's what we're talking about. A message of security, so probably money, but also securing time and energy rings true for me as well. I'm really starting to dig doing these lunar pools every day, so I promise I am going to start doing them earlier, but they are for the collective. They are for any sign, any and every sign, and of course we all have all of the energies in our chart somewhere, even if we don't have a planet placed there. I promise you do, even if you're not versed in your astrology. Nine of Cups, speaking of self-love, emotional satisfaction, allowing ourselves to have our wishes and our dreams, letting them come true through self-love. And that is one particular part of it, right? Through showing ourselves an appropriate amount of love, or again, specifically allowing ourselves to have a wish, a dream, creating that for ourselves, we illuminate a new truth. Perhaps show our truth to the world. We've got the Five of Cups in the root of the situation, so I see some loss. You know, I see someone letting go of something. And this is a very vulnerable and honest state on its own. I was just thinking this about the Five of Cups yesterday. You see that glow around this character, this auric field that's visible to all of us, right? Anyone who looks at this card can see that. We don't have to be clairvoyant to see this person's truth. It's that loss and grievance admittedly can be a low vibrational state, but it doesn't have to be. This person is living in their truth. They're being very honest. Like I said, they're very vulnerable. They can't help but be honest. It's obvious what energy they're in. Again, like I said, you don't have to be clairvoyant to see this field around them. And it's a low light, right? It's a divine light. It suggests to me that they are still guided, still protected, still held by whatever anchors them beyond the veil as they go through this mourning process. Is often what I equate that depiction to, that picture to. But nonetheless, the state that they're in, the energy that they're in, what they're emitting outwards and sharing it's obvious. It's honest. And someone in the recent past has seen that. Whomever resonates with this message, someone has seen that truth and that honesty that is available to the world when you're in that vulnerable state, and they showed us love, a new love, or allowed us to share openly with them, and vice versa. Even if not a romantic love, then love in the form of a family member or a friend or multiple people who saw us in sorrow and opened up to us, and or allowed us to open up to them. And then it granted us this shared emotional fulfillment that we see pictured on the Ten of Cups. Through being so honest and so vulnerable, and just moving through the grieving process, going through the steps, allowing the mourning to be public, even just being so down about whatever we lost that we just let our truth shine because we just were too down to hide it, right? It just, this is my state, this is where I am. We attracted real love. Real love, new or renewed love. This could be somebody from the past who showed back up to show us some much needed love. And then we have this shared emotional fulfillment as a direct result. Sharing joy, sharing a familial love, a very familiar, close love, maybe a romantic partner, or maybe a romantic partner who there's potential to become family through marriage, right? Or again, family and friends who give us that comforting type of support. And we share that joy with them and emit that outward instead of this sorrow and grievance, and then start to see that joy reflected back to us. Be careful that all of this doesn't put you in a smug state, any of you. I don't think that message is for most, but this can sometimes be a smug character. It just looks like so much love after loss. In sharing with the world this vulnerable, heartbroken even state, and attracting, I think some of you lost someone who you thought you belonged with, is what I'm hearing now. But through sharing that vulnerable state, that state of grieving, and then attracting love, new or renewed love, open sharing, and familiar comfort and joy and radiance, we've learned this lesson, right? That love and truth come hand in hand. And I mean, it's put us directly into our current state of self-love. We mourned the loss. We attracted new love or renewed love and shared openly with the people who are there to support us. We realized that even though we've lost someone or some people, we still have plenty of shared emotional fulfillment to put outwardly and allow to radiate back to us, right? And now it's time for self-love. There was the mourning, and there's the new love, and there's the open sharing, and there's my family. And now how about loving on myself? And we're feeling ready for that. And again, it's a state of honesty. We're radiating our truth outward. We feel very comfortable being ourselves. We know that allowing our true state and our truth to shine, even if it's low, even if it's sad, even when it is sad, we know that vulnerability attracts more love to us. And it looks like that love attracts more truth to us too. Beautiful. I am going to get the rest of the cards out. Wow. And then the Four of Wands. I don't know if this reading could get much better. Of course, it is following a loss, but that's life, right, guys? Girls and guys, we've got so much love, and it leads us right. So much love and truth, all rooted in this honesty, this vulnerability. I knew there was a reason I was thinking about that card so much yesterday, and it leads directly to this happy, comfortable home and family life, directly to securing a happy, peaceful, stable home, or at least directly to the possibility of it. It may be with this new love who you see you can have a family with. So first you start with spending some time loving yourself and then building the home, right? You can't jump right to the family. So for some of you specifically, that's how it breaks down. Ultimately, we may be looking for a resurrection of something from the past still. Maybe this person who we lost in the root of the situation, or simply resisting the transformation that's trying to happen for us, right? I mean, it could be quite jarring for some to go so quickly from a state of loss and grief and vulnerability to accepting this new love and shared emotional fulfillment. So some of us have stepped back and said, you know, this new love, this open sharing is wonderful, and this shared emotional fulfillment is wonderful, but I need some time after this loss and grief to just love myself, to just focus on me. And yet again, like I said, no matter what the state of truth is, if you're living in it, it attracts more of the same, more love, more truth. You attract people who love your truth, your honest energy, your honest vibration, regardless of what place you're in. Even if you just are ready to be alone and be with yourself, even if you're just in a space of grieving, you attract people who genuinely resonate with that truth, that vulnerability, and you attract others who are likewise living in their truth. Open-minded, ready to shift their perspective if need be. Some honesty from someone, perhaps, that you really needed to hear it from, even. So many cards keep wanting to come out. First 4 advice cards wanted to come out, now 5. It's just a little bit too much, so I'm going to just try to get one more for us. If it happens a third time, we will just take them. This really is a lovely reading. I just think perhaps it progressed too quickly. We were so honest and so vulnerable that this new love rushed in really quickly, and the shared emotional fulfillment may have been overwhelming, but not just that. It just may have been too much after this loss while you're still grieving. And I completely can understand a progression where someone said, wait, I need to take a step back and just love myself. Okay, we got the 10 of Pentacles and the Empress. So I really think you're advised here to focus on your security. Like I said, what? Well, still, either way around, I feel like we're really advised to focus on our security at this time here, those who resonate with this message. I know it cannot be for everyone every day, but it could be for you know, someone of any and every sign, you know, no matter what sign you primarily resonate with, or which signs. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, it seems to be a message of our security. Where do we want to put our time? Where do we want to put our energy? Maybe specifically, where do we want to put our money? And now the Knight of Pentacles as well. I don't think it's time, you know, if this new love and open sharing and shared emotional fulfillment with familial characters in your life is about friends and family, then that is absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. And if they're true friends, people who truly love you, then I'm sure that they understand completely that you just need some time to focus on self and some time to build your empire. Some of you specifically may need to focus on if you identify as a divine feminine, then this is probably you ruling your empire, building your empire, securing your empire, ruling your empire, creating your empire. But some of you may need specifically to focus on your material security and connection with your mother, around your mother, your mother's home. Perhaps that's where your energy and time should be going. But if this, but of course, for those who resonate or identify as a divine masculine, this can very much be securing your empire in order to attract the divine feminine counterpart that you would like. But for others, this new or renewed love, this shared emotional fulfillment that's available now, is actually a romantic interest. And so for those of you who resonate with the reading in that way, I just think that the advice is all saying it's not time for that. Like the Page of Pentacles at the beginning of the reading suggested, it's time to focus on your money. Where do you want to put your time? Where do you want to put your energy? Is this someone who you want to dedicate time and energy to, or is it still too soon? Sorry, I just want that volume right. Is it too soon after this grieving period, after this loss? Is it, allow your precise and impartial truth to cut away the untrue. This is a new opportunity for happiness. Again, if it's friends and family and sharing openly with loved ones, that's amazing, and they understand. They want to see you walk in your truth. They may not always understand why you choose the truth that you do, but we all are just, who we are, and many of us less influenced by our external world than others, right? We are just who we are, and family and friends like that, they either understand or they come to understand, right? They support us regardless. But it's about for half of you that's the case, and for others it's a matter of a new romantic interest who you do see potential with. They offer you some security. It's two opposites coming together to stabilize this home that we see in your near future. But you can do that on your own if your precise and impartial truth says that it's just too soon for a new romantic partner. The opportunity is flattering. The friendship that might come out of that is amazing. But you need slow and steady progress in your life at this time. You have just seen not only a loss, but ultimately that same circumstance, it was a humbling victory. You've just found the peace after that loss and any verbal or mental battles that may have ensued around this loss and the root of the situation. Many of us need lots of time post-heartbreak, post-loss of any kind, to be ready for new love or renewed love if it's the same person trying to come back and it's just too soon after fights and what you thought was going to be a loss of them, right? But ultimately, we're granting our own wishes. We're allowing ourselves to have what it is that we want. Again, it's attracting more love and more truth to us. We are standing in our truth. We are sharing our truth. Some people may love to see it. Others may not like what they hear. Somebody might not want to be turned down, and it is what it is. That's self-love is not about giving other people what they need. It's about making sure you have what you need. And if that could be why this is showing up, the precise and impartial truth. This is revolving around your karma clearing, you breaking and or securing some karmic ties with people, right? And if a new love doesn't understand, isn't patient, doesn't want to be friends, if you don't want to engage in a romantic affair, then that is the precise and impartial truth that tells you that's not the right person or partner for you, and they can just go and they can be cut right out. If they care about you, they will understand you saying, I need some time after this loss to focus on me, right? I mean, and I think there's a reason that I said, you can have this on your own. Yes, this person could be a good partner if that's what it is that's come in. Yes, someone else can help you secure this. Maybe for some of you, it's a roommate, a family member, a friend who's helping you secure a happy, comfortable home. But for others, yeah, I definitely think there's a reason I said you can have that all on your own. If that's your truth, if that's the precise and impartial truth, if that's what you want, then you can build what you want. You can go after what you want certainly without a romantic partnership. Ultimately, though, I have to return one more time. finally to the fact that, yeah, this does look like it's about a resurrection for some people. For others of you, I'll tell you this. Once you get into this comfortable, happy home, and perhaps indulging in a new partnership. I'm not saying if you feel like your truth says that you're ready for someone and something new already, then, you know, everybody's circumstances is different and everybody is different. So you know if you're ready for this. But after you get this secure, happy, comfortable home, now this is a snapshot of the path we're on now, where this is headed. This is the near future. After we get it, whether we secure this on our own, with a roommate, with a friend, with a family member, with a new partner, with that same old partner, okay, regardless of who or how we secure it, it's coming in the near future. And after that happens, then there's resistance to a transformation. So if you secure that new, happy, comfortable home with a new partner, suddenly there's some regrets. Then all of a sudden you're not sure if you actually are done with that person. You're not sure if you don't want the old to come back. If you secure that happy home with yourself, with a roommate, with a family, member, friend, same thing. You get in that secure, stable state and then start looking back. And we may not even want what was in the root of the situation, that person or that energy, that life, job, home. We might not want it back, but we're not sure we're ready for the full transformation into this new life, into this new way, this new person, new version of ourselves even. If this is a renewed love with the same person you lost, and in the near future you're securing a happy, comfortable home with them for the first time or again, ultimately the two of you are having trouble transforming into the new versions that you need to be, the new couple, the new energy that you need to possess together. Meaning whatever caused you to lose one another in the root of the situation definitely looks like it may be repeating to me. Like what you may be resurrecting is unfortunately old ways, right? No matter whom you're securing this happy, comfortable home with, it needs to be slow, steady progress. Pay attention to the details as you go. Let it take all the time that it needs. It very well may be one of those details that if you miss leads to the state of being unsure if you're ready to be this new you, unsure if you're ready to live this new life, be the person who is without whatever they lost, or be the person who can be a little bit more developed and evolved so that they don't go through the same experience again, right? For most, though, overall, for most, this is about focusing on self-love. Your truth says, I want to build this without a partner. I want to do it on my own. And once you have it, you'll just realize that maybe the mourning still isn't finished, or you're just not sure how to be this new version of yourself without a partner, without that partner, without, again, whatever you lost in the root of the situation, whomever, whatever is gone. And just to review the advice one more time, rather than looking back to an old partner or this new love, if that's what it is, rather than looking for someone else to help you transform, or and I don't mean a teacher that could catalyst your transformation. That's different. But I mean like a partner, a crutch. Rather than looking to get something back, or looking to replace something that you lost, focus instead, the advice says, on, as I said, your money, your empire, your security. Where do you really truthfully want to put your time and your energy? Maybe into whom? But I think if you honestly answer, whom do I want to put my energy into? It's you. Maybe your family, maybe your mother specifically for some of you, and their home and their security. But this time and energy and love right now, money even, love in the form of money, right, as an energy, is for you, is for your empire, is for your home, is for your security. And it's a slow build. And you need time. I think most of us are in a place where we need time. We need time to build up to this partnership. This partnership. We can enjoy all the benefits of shared emotional fulfillment without engaging in a new romantic partnership. Again, for those of you who are ready for it, that's great. Then your situation is a little bit different than what I see coming through the strongest here. But to each their own, and just be aware that in the outcome of the situation, there still is some resistance to being this new version, to living this new life. Just be ready for that. That's exactly why it's advising you to take your time and pay attention to the details. You have moved successfully through this grieving period and successfully dealt with this loss so far. And maybe that's why I said, be sure not to become smug. Did you make it through steps 1 through 4 just fine, and you're going to forget to take your time through the last step, and you think you can just jump into something new, or just forget that you still have a process that you're going through? Maybe some of us are in danger of being a little smug about, I got this grieving process. I got this. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling over it. And then it kind of sneaks up. Like, wait a minute. I don't actually know how to be okay without them, or without, again, whatever you lost. So focus on you. Focus on your empire. Focus on your money. Continue to allow the precise and impartial truth to cut away the untrue. See, you are living in your truth. You are showing your truth, illuminating new truths to yourself, learning new truths about other people by attracting the same like energy that you're putting out, right? And the advice is saying, now wield it. Own it, show it, receive it, all that truth, and then wield it. Allow that sort of truth to shape your life by cutting out what's not true. Namely, for somebody, whether a new, brand new, or renewed love, who's not willing to be patient with you when you need time for yourself. And you need to take it slow. And it needs to be a slow build to a family and a home, or to getting one back together for some of you, maybe, right? That could be somebody who gets at least pushed back, if not cut out. Others of you are hoping for a resurrection with whomever you lost, and we see it in the outcome of the situation. And it is through focusing on self, showing self-love, living your truth, owning your truth. Maybe allowing the precise and impartial truth to cut away the untrue, in terms of you are offered a new love, but you'd rather have this old one back, so you have to cut this person out, right? Slightly different messages for everybody, but that self-love and truth is leading right to the home you want, and for some, the resurrection that you want, ultimately. I don't think that's possible without cutting out this brand new love offer, if that is at play in your life. That's not for everybody, but for those that's relevant for. In any case, this lunar pool is a lot longer than I meant it to be, so I will leave it in your all's capable hands from there forward. I hope you make wise choices for yourselves and don't feel boxed in or determined by anything that we see here. Again, I know the readings can't resonate with everyone, with all of us every day, but I do hope that you'll check back, and if the lunar pool didn't resonate with you today, I hope it does on another day. Also, check out the mid-month May readings that I'm about to post. Aries, Taurus, and Libra, you all already have May readings out that are applicable to the entire month, and you also got 2. One of you didn't get a reading in March, one of you didn't get a reading in April. Taurians, of course, it's your birthday season, so you 3 all have 2 readings, a general and a love, already out. The other 9 of you, today's the day. I'm putting those mid-months out, so I hope you'll check and see if those resonate with you as well. Thank you all for all of your support to Lunartics Tarot. If you need a private reading with me, just scroll down to the description box below. Options, links, emails there, lunartickstarot@gmail.com. I love you all. This looks fucking fabulous, and I'll post another lunar pool for us very soon.